The day has come, my friends.
Man, I have been excited about this episode since we came up with this episode idea about 12 hours ago.
Hooty hoo, look at you. I'm eating weedy pudding. What about you? You ain't doing it. I am.
Get your weed puds up. You
What?
wish you had weed
What?
pud.
What? First of all, welcome to Podcast. Me, your totally IRIE host.
No.
Henry Zabrowski. I'm just saying IRIE.
We can say IRIE, but I do need to say that we're not going to do any accents today.
One person is not going to. For certain.
Interesting.
You are for certain
So
not going
you're not going to.
I can help myself.
Oh yeah, you have to do it.
I've trained.
You've trained to not do
I've
the
trained
accent.
to repress.
So maybe this will be a part of my training today. And welcome to listening to me desperately not talk about jamming or IRIE or anything.
Well,
while we
IRIE
eat
is
all of
totally
this.
fine because I talk about IRIE all the time. I use IRIE as a measurement of how IRIE I feel, and guess what's about to be IRIE? This pudding is about to IRIE up in my stomach.
I need everyone to know that our producer made us a strawberry canna butter infused pudding with Fruity Pebble weed Rice Krispies.
And unlike other shows, we're
Where
going to
we
start it
puke.
up top.
Oh, yeah, we're
We're
getting
just
in.
jumping right in.
We're getting right in because we
I'm
both
curious
want
about
it.
this. Rob, do you want some of this?
Oh yeah, everybody. I think we got to get in on this.
Oh, that's fucking good.
Oh no.
She said 60 milligrams in each little bucket.
Oh no. Oh yeah, get in there, Rob.
Oh my God, that's good.
Rob, that's good. That's
I
good.
have really good.
Oh no. I think this is gonna be an all-eating episode.
No, we
y'all.
better grab them.
This is really good. Man, we are jamming.
You know,
I'd like it if you would jam it alongside with me.
You know what I love?
I was eating.
Personally, I love
Sometimes I eat like a dog.
nondescript reggae, copyright-free. This is my favorite song. Play it again.
Very into it.
Yeah.
Honestly,
This is my favorite. You know, it's something about having a sort of tuneless, like, reggae at the dentist office feeling, like, gets me ready to fucking flip it up, dude.
Man, the rest of my day is screwed,
Yeah,
y'all.
buddy.
Who gives a shit? When it's early in the morning,
Better be
you're
good.
eating strawberry, but oh my God, with the
I gotta do
Fruity
this every
Pebbles?
morning. I gotta do this every morning.
Bro.
I should start this is how I should start my day every day.
Honestly, if we're really gonna do a Weed Pud episode right, and I think in the future, when we definitely do this again, I think that we should eat it, record this, come back like an hour later, and then we record the rest of the episode.
Maron, that is good.
It's so good.
Well,
The Rice Krispies are in it, but they're not too soggy. It still has like a good crispness.
That's good. She's so good.
She's so fucking good.
Sam, our
Oh my
producer's
God.
a genius. So today we're talking about one of our favorite medicines.
We love weed. We love weed.
And I understand. I feel like there are people out there that don't receive the joy of weed the same that we do. And for them, and for
It
those
hurts
people,
my spirit, and I'm so sorry for you.
I feel bad for those people.
I do. I'm married to one of those people. It makes me so
Yeah,
sad.
same. Because Natalie can't smoke, and which I
Jeff,
totally fine. I'm so
yeah,
happy that she
doesn't.
doesn't care that I smoke as much
No,
as I
Jeff
do.
loves how much I smoke weed.
Sometimes Natalie will say something, which is what I know. I know there's an issue when she'll go, "Hey, have you smoked weed yet?
No, that's never a good question. That's
Have you
never
thought
a
about
good-
maybe? You should maybe go smoke some weed or something."
That's always the fun when they're like, "Hey, where is the weed? Where is your weed? You should probably find that." It's usually around like 6:37 p.m. when
yeah.
I'm like still spiraling from my day, thinking about all the work.
Because this is the problem. Truly, it's that we've been drinking cold brew since it's lids up.
Lids up.
That's
man.
how it is. Is
Oh,
like
yeah.
that's a shit. This is probably the realest Good Pud has ever
That's
began.
ever gonna be.
That's probably the realest has ever began. When I wake up, the first thing I do is pour probably 250 milligrams of caffeine directly into my throat.
In
right?
there.
But I feel like in a way, this
I'm
would
not
be,
shopping. This
this is a real IRIE way to begin your day, man. I feel like if you're gonna do this, maybe this is what. All right now, let's ask ourselves a question: who's the most IRIE person in the world?
Whoa. Well, I know who it's
You
not.
probably wouldn't meet him.
No, I don't think that they would be IRIE with us. Dude, it's good. Oh, this is a good pud. I can't believe we actually have an episode where, man, this pud, it is good.
I'm about to stop this episode. I'm going to go eat this in my fucking house.
I just want to just shove it all in my mouth.
We can't, though. We can't.
What if we destroyed, guys, the rest of our days?
Oh, it's already done. It's already over, Jackie.
It is dosed. I want everyone to know that, like, it is dosed out so we know how many milligrams are in each container. And that is 60. And it really, that might scare some people away. Doesn't scare the Zabrowskis away. It is sad. The milligrammage I can pour into this
you have
face.
very, very high tolerance, which I actually don't. I feel like it is important to take tolerance breaks.
It's interesting that you say that because I remember, how you just brought up how your partner was like, where's that weed at? I tried to take a tea break and I think I hit hour 70 and Jeff was like, get the weed back out. It's time to bring the weed back out.
I want to say this is how
I just don't know how to relax without it.
Well, I think one thing to do this really helped me. Punch yourself right in the face.
Oh my God, I haven't been doing that. Yeah, like wake-up punches.
Knock yourself the living fuck out.
Maybe we should be doing that instead of the cold brew, Henry. Maybe it would be better for our hearts.
No, I showed myself in Australia that I don't have to smoke weed, and that makes me better.
Honestly,
than everyone.
It does. I'm very impressed because I genuinely, we're talking about going overseas for the first time, and I actually got scared because, like, what am I going to do without weed?
You will find I feel like the hardest part.
I said this in chat, and chat was like, you can find somebody that'll get you weed.
Someone will get you weed. But also, what I find is traveling internationally is so exciting, I don't necessarily need the weed, whatever, to, like,
you don't
feel.
You don't need the weed?
You're going to other countries, it's so involved. Like, your brain is going to be like, you're going to be too confused to want to smoke weed in the very beginning because you're not going to know how the country works.
True.
And then you're in a new country, because I will say it is kind of nice. When you are involved in a situation where, like, it's very rare, the situation where I'm not happy that I'm happy that I'm not stoned when I've arrived to it, but it's a great situation to arrive sober in. Because then you can really look at it, because
always smoke weed after you get to the place so that you can, like, suss it out, but not everybody has that capability. You gotta know if it's something you're comfortable with before you just roll in blitzkrieg.
That's what I'm saying. That's what helps me.
But also, wow, I was looking up marijuana news. This headline says, marijuana enhances enjoyment of music, new study finds.
Whoa!
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I've been doing this all wrong. I've been shutting the music off.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, royalty free.
That's why we were getting real. That's why we were getting real.
IRIE.
That's why we were getting real. Now,
you know what? Also, royalty free. I'm gonna let you in a little secret. Synthwave, royalty-free synthwave is fucking rock and roll. It makes you feel like you're in the movie Drive, but not always of, like, thinking about going and exploding somebody, but, like, it's real nice and it makes you feel like an 80s action star.
See, I actually got into, this is where my most Marcus-like point is, where I got into 1980s Japanese noir synth.
That's a lot of adjectives.
But you feel like you're in
Can you give me, like, a sample with your mouth? Ew. Ew.
Here,
I felt like I was in a Costco for a second.
Here, look at this up, Rob, because then we can
I'm sorry,
listen
could
to
you
this.
put that sample, put it in your mouth? Can you baby bird it to me?
Yeah, yeah.
I like it better after it's been pre-softened by somebody else's saliva.
I will say we recorded an episode before this where we ate a bunch of spicy tuna pudding, and I'm about to shit my fucking pants.
Bro, and now I'm just, man, this pud is too good, and it just keeps going in.
It is just, that's also a thing I didn't realize. She folded a bunch of weed whipped cream into this too, which is also going to make me violently
diarrhea. Oh my God, you're
going to
shit everywhere, Henry.
I just did this wrong. I did today wrong.
Henry, you can't take the lactose. Henry.
I can't take the lactose, but I'm still going to the gym.
You are not. You're going to shit all over the treadmill,
No, I'm
bro.
fucking, I don't care.
You're going to be that guy at the gym that gets shit everywhere, and everybody hates that guy.
They will pull me out of there with they will pull my dead body out of there.
Man, sometimes I think it's sad that I started smoking weed at the age of 13.
Yeah, so, like, you definitely smoked weed much earlier than me. I smoked weed a couple of times before going to college, but really, it was when Murder Fist found me, and they were so excited because I was new to weed, and they were like, oh, great, we'll poison him.
Oh, yeah.
And so they were so excited to just see all of the weed I could handle, and it was like the most I ever, like, I'll always remember truly, it was like John Moreno and Holden McNeely's face they'd pack a bowl for me with all the weird shit in it, and then they'd go like, "Are you smoking?" And they'd all be like, "Ah!" And they'd all be like laughing at me, watching me, just going like, "You high yet? You high yet?" And then
Which also, that's such a young person's game. Like, just like, don't stare at somebody while they're smoking weed.
But at the time, I was so
excited about it. Yes,
I was excited about it, and I just will say, I don't think it works for everybody. I can't say that weed is for all human beings, but sometimes when the leaf does come, that's like when music, it's the only thing that hits you, and you feel no pain.
You feel absolutely no pain.
No
Not
accent.
a moment of pain. No accent. I'm very proud of you, Henry. You've trained. This is my training. You are listening to my training.
No no Jamaican accent at all.
You are Jamaican me crazy.
The only thing that hits you...
Do you know?
No, but it's not. No. There's no accent. The only thing that hits you...
Uh-oh, Chet Hanks.
No, he got the pass from the two Jamaican women he kissed. No, he got the pass from them. Those two women he keeps talking about. Music is the only thing that hits you that makes you feel no pain.
Okay. It was close.
That's huge.
Thank you. All right.
God,
just bump it
just
in
it
a goon. Man,
again.
I think it is one of my favorite memories of Ed Larson was the day he got off probation for like his weed probation.
So he was arrested for it's all out there now. We've been talking about it for years. He was arrested for selling weed. It was so sad. He got narked on.
Narked on, man. Who you fucking narc on Ed Larson? The nicest guy in the fucking world?
A fucking guy that the cops held to his little brother over his head by saying they were going to throw his little brother in jail.
I'm sorry. I keep eating it too fast and choking on my...
Man, that's fucking good, dude.
It's too good.
Well, that's how much weed is in it. She's fucking smoking on it like a fucking... She's choking like a noob.
I'm joking. No, what I wanted to say was the day that he got off probation, I rolled up to our buddy Kep's house, and they were it was the middle of the day, and it was one of the biggest weed smoking parties I'd ever seen in my life. And I must have been 18. And Eddie came in, and I didn't know almost anybody there. I had walked there from my dorm, and I knew you guys were going to be there, but I had no real way to, you guys weren't getting back to me, but I wasn't really friends with Ed yet.
Yeah.
But, man, I rolled in deep, and I think I impressed Ed with the amount that young baby Jackie could smoke then.
Yeah, I'm really... Wow, what a great inspirational story.
Yeah, I just want everyone to try to be like me.
He was smoking weed hardcore since you were 13.
I just feel like if you could... I know everyone, guys, I know you're impressed. And maybe...
Everybody's jealous.
Everybody wants
Everybody's
this.
jealous.
It takes a lot more money to get me high than it used to, and isn't that delightful? God, if there was a way to have a tea break without having... to
not stop smoking weed. No, you just need to, seriously, because you will start chasing your own tail. That's the key, that you really do got to take some form of tolerance break, where right now I'm on a kick where I'm only smoking flower. I'm not adding the stuff to it. I'm not adding keef. I'm not adding hash. I'm only smoking regular flower, because that's what I've discovered. Once I'm in the multiple dabs a day, not or a night or whatever, then it's just what am I doing here? That's what happened right before we went to Australia, where I was like, now it's not really affecting me as much.
No, it takes a lot to get me. So Jeff usually calls it salamander face, because I look like that meme of that happy salamander of just whenever my eyes can't open all the way, but I'm just genuinely
feel like
happy.
Partially what we could do is put a little bag over your head so you can go to sleep. Rob actually asking you that's a very interesting question. What's your favorite type of weed to smoke?
Whoa, sativa.
Yeah, I like sativas, but what type of sativa?
Anything that bumps. I mean, I'm
do you
down
know the
with
difference
Jack
of any
Herrera.
of the weeds?
Yeah, of course I do. No, I don't. I lied to you. I know that there's a difference between, honestly, sativa and indica and hybrid. I know that there is. I don't actually feel it.
See, I know what the tastes I like. So sativa, I want my sativa, Jack Herrera. I like it to smell and taste
like
gasoline.
Blue Dream. I'm into a Purple Kush.
I like a lemon haze. That is like what I like. I like it in that side. I like a citrusy. I don't like. I think purple weed is very nice looking, but it's actually not very strong. I like Blue Dream is also very, very good. But for indicas, I like my indica to be as swampy as Lana
Like
Del
sticky,
Rey's
sticky.
fucking
Oh
husband.
man, that husband.
I want my weed. When I open up that weed, I want it to look like his face with the cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
Oh yeah,
that's what I want my fucking indica
with
to
a,
look
you know,
like.
with
and
a
smell
beast
like.
in his hand. Like
I want it to
Milwaukee's
smell
best.
good in the jar, but not good on a person.
Ooh yeah,
That's what I want.
Yeah,
I love a koosh. I like a fucking a CVX does one. It's White Walker. That's very, very good.
Ooh, see,
I like a white.
I like the fact that like now here, I know it's very slowly starting to roll out, but the idea of like a cannabis cafe, like I know
we just went to one. I just went to one 2 weeks ago. I went to the woods.
Dude, the woods is awesome.
The only thing about the woods
is you get so high.
This is for you guys. If you visit Los Angeles and the key is.
Weeks out, months out, if you smoke weed and you're coming to Los Angeles, get a reservation at the woods. It's actually not that. It's like $25 to like rent a little like.
But I would say to you, it's just like, how do you say in not a condescending way, is that unless you are used to and can actively enjoy weed smoke. Or being in the presence of weed smoke, you will not necessarily like it because some of you basically rent a little cube that has windows in it, and you just hotbox that shit.
Smoking.
And so, like,
but you can't bring in your own weed. You got to buy. So that's like part of the laws. You have to buy the weed
there
in the establishment,
and it's got like a little weed tincture bar, and it's got like which is kind of fun. But the only thing that's
much
hard,
better than booze. It's like insane.
It's wonderful,
great.
but it's so funny because we just went and we went
People
to one of
that
the
can't
upstairs.
hang.
No, the hard one's doing the upstairs cubes because they have these like rickety spiral stairs. So
Very
you
scary.
go up sober. So you go up and you get all your weed. You're all excited. You go sober. You're up there for an hour and a half, just like. And so all of a sudden, it was like me and Ed got out of
I'll eat more pudding.
We got out of the cube, and we were both like we felt like Hunter S. Thompson on the top of the stairs. I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
hold with two hands, hold with two hands, and he had to like hold it with, and then I lit it with my flashlight for my phone so he could
because
see
it was
going
nighttime?
down. Yeah.
That's when you know you're an old stoner.
But I will say, what I do like now. And I think I wanted to make sure people know, it's like you got to know your limits. You do have to know your limits, which doesn't necessarily mean pushing your limits.
I can smoke twice as high. That's what I tell myself. Just take a look.
It's in your bum.
Yeah. Just smoke it down, bitch.
Jackie, what if you do have a problem with it?
Is this why you wanted to do this episode?
No, I wanted
was
the weed
this
pudding.
Oh, okay. I thought that this was like it was finally time for you to talk to me.
No.
Please, I don't smoke weed
I don't
all
want to
day.
stop you.
I don't smoke weed all day.
I don't
long.
want to stop you.
It's not like I can't
from
live
smoking
my
weed.
life. I perform all day without smoking weed. And that's why I sound like this. That's why I sound like this. But then you realize, like, why is my marriage so good? You know why? Because my husband and I are away from each other all day, and then by the time he sees me at the end of the night, I'm stoned.
Yeah, you don't even remember kissing him.
Yeah, I'm just like, who are you? And it keeps the marriage alive in a different way.
Jackie, this is a different approach to life. You know, in a way, if you hear Jackie talking, just know that...
That you can be like me and that you should strive to be like me.
That's her approach. You see, I know, like, my weed stuff is, like, super cool.
Oh, are you? I forget, Henry. Tell me what it's like to not be massively, I don't want to say addicted, but dependent on marijuana.
This is not supposed to take this turn.
I
Put
like
the
it.
reggae music back on.
All right, yeah, let's
There
get,
we
yeah,
go.
please. If we
There
could bump
we go.
up
I'm
a
not
little bit more
addicted.
of the IRIE, I
I'm
think
not
that this is
fucking addicted.
perfect.
I don't care what anybody fucking
No,
says.
I don't
man.
care what anybody says. We are not addicted, and we're not going to eat all of the 60 milligrams inside of this pudding. But I will say, I'm going to guess 40 milligrams are in there so far.
How much of the pudding did you really consume? Can I see? Yeah, I got a little... Oh, god damn it. I did about a quarter of it. I just literally have things to do. I have stuff I have to do. Because, like,
It's
this
just
does
so
show...
good.
That does show that we do...
Look at us. Look at us making sure that the rest of our day and the other meetings that we do also have together, even though I will say everyone is aware of the fact that we are eating a bunch of weed pudding before our meeting.
This is our job. Now, Jackie, can I ask, honestly, what's your favorite weed experience you've ever had? What's your favorite weed experience?
Just weed experience in general?
Like, example is like the only, like, I'm not a big, like, smoking with celebrities guy, but I did get to smoke with Greg Proops. And he was hilarious.
How was that?
He was fucking hilarious.
Why were you smoking weed with Greg Proops?
I was at Just for Laughs in Montreal.
Dude, that's fun.
So, but that was, like, the closest example of, like, what was your, like, you know, a cool one?
No, man, my life is not cool. I think that although...
So you've never had a good experience?
I've never had a good experience, ever in my life. Difficult being me. No, I've had many good experiences with weed. I guess I just can't pinpoint one of them.
In a show about weed where I'm asking you the question?
Maybe I'm over here eating a bunch of weed, Henry.
Maybe
all right?
you just like, it's the one time we're going to talk about this subject like this.
You asked me the question, but then all I could think about are like the times when things went poorly.
Why?
But
that should also be very indicative of her mental state.
No, but that was because the J-Bones had ketamine in it, and I had no idea.
What?
Yeah, that it was like part of, and then I was doing it was
not IRIE at all, Jackie.
It was not IRIE. That's why that's the problem. That's all I'm thinking about right now.
Why?
Because it's like consuming my brain.
What about what's good? What was good?
I like smoking weed with my brother.
That's stupid.
Brother, sister, smoking weed. I think it's really cute that we both love weed so much and our partners don't like weed at all. And I think it's kind of fun that we have our own special sibling thing that literally nobody else does.
Our special sibling thing is that we came out of the same vagina. And so
well,
I
technically
actually
you
think
came out of the vagina, I came out of the billy hole.
You came from the pop top?
Yeah, bro. You don't know I'm a C-section bitch?
I actually didn't know that you're a cesarean.
You never look at mother's stomach? You
No.
never say, why, mother? Why do you have the scar, mummy, when she's showing you her underbelly?
I actually feel like, now that I think about it, I don't know if I've ever seen our mother's stomach.
No, I never have. I say this often that I don't even think I've ever seen mom without a shirt on.
It really makes sense that you're a cesarean, baby.
Why? What is that? Why? Because my head is so perfectly shaped?
I think it's because it's like why I look at you and I wonder, is she finished?
Put me back in, Mom. I'm
did she get
ready.
fully baked or?
Yeah,
Because it
I'm
sounds
getting
like-
fully baked through this one over here.
Oh, shit,
You shot out so fast out of Mom's vagina that I don't even think they had to like
She didn't
scalpel
dilate.
at your head.
No,
or
she didn't
anything.
dilate. No, I squirked out like a little rat, like underneath the door.
I think she was in like a hallway while you squirted out. You really didn't want to stay in there any longer.
And it was in a piano bar tavern.
Oh man, was
When
the
I
piano
heard their
man
first
written about
licks-
you?
When I first heard those licks as a preemie,
I
I knew I was born to entertain.
Yeah, man.
Especially because my mom was just laughing and clapping once this let out.
Hercules, Hercules. That's what she was doing. And I was like, Mom, please.
You don't have a single favorite weed smoking moment. That sentence just brings out fear in your mind.
Yes.
Because it's like, I have had
I
a
brought up
couple
me
of
and
moments.
Eddie smoking weed.
Yeah, I had a couple of great moments. Remember one time we had a big 420
You
party?
have a very cool, fun life.
No,
I just
this
like
is before
weed.
it was fun or cool.
Oh, okay.
I was in college, and I always remember it was the first time I ever saw we had rolled up a full ounce into one giant blunt.
Oh, yeah, we have fun. Remember when we took all that, we were doing
This is
how
what
to
I'm
roll
saying.
joints for
This is
Murder Fist.
Jackie, this is what I'm saying. Positive weed experiences, not just you talking about your crippling
I'm ready
addiction to
to
it.
talk about my
How it
trauma.
mostly just
I
affects
am
you.
ready
It just
to
makes
talk
you
about
afraid.
my trauma. I'm just always ready to talk about my trauma.
Here?
Yeah, always. I feel the pud enter my lips, and I'm just ready to spew.
And
who
you
I
guys
really
want a
am.
female president?
You gotta vote for her, though.
Yeah, we are. We're all. Sorry, Jackie. I don't need a fucking. We don't need. We don't need the caveat. We don't fucking know.
We don't need to talk about it right here. But I do know that we did the Murder Fist sketch I think it was just called How to Roll Joints.
Yeah, it was a video sketch. It's online.
And we just made a bunch of different shaped joints. But then I remember as we were like
what was
joking
it, the Hailey,
around.
the leprechaun? What was my name? I was like,
Remember we did like the crucifix?
yeah.
And then I remember trying to smoke them. Honestly, it's another great weed memory. Although it does require a prop. Remember that weird bottle thing?
Yeah, Adam had.
So there's this thing. It looks like a big
Ketchup
bottle, but with a little spout on the end. So you light a huge, either a blunt or like a really big joint, and you stick the butt, like the mouthpiece of the joint into the spigot
Into
at the
the
top
little
of the bottle.
thing.
And it's like you like put the bottle over it, and then you blow the weed into your mouth, and you're like,
Well, it's like what's this putz? What do they call it when you used to shotgun?
Oh God,
Shotgunning
that was
also.
terrifying. Man,
Well,
how
shotgunning was
sexual
my.
it was.
But that was the thing, is that I will also say some of my favorite moments.
Yes,
in the
that's
world.
it. The power hitter.
The power
Look
hitter
up
was
the
awesome.
Power hitter.
That was also some of my favorite moments because that was my first time actually like dealing with like sexy college girls
When they were
because
like,
when
"Oh,
they'll
do you
go,
wanna
like,
do-" and then
do
they
you
would,
want
like,
to do a shotgun, and it
climb
was
on
the
your lap.
It was the most. It was the best. It was best.
What are you talking about? As someone that was like the one that like you thought you were supposed to climb on someone's lap, do you know what it's like to be a plus size woman? Be like, you want me to what? You want me to put the smoke where?
You're being a bummer.
Yeah, no, I
Guess
did
what?
it.
It doesn't matter
I
what
fucking
you do.
did
Yeah,
I
it
would
doesn't
always
matter
do
what
it.
you look like. You're being a bummer, Jackie. You got to jump in. You got to go, yeah. You'd be like, me never heard a better idea.
Well, that
That's
was
what you
closer,
said.
Henry. That
No,
was
I
closer.
said no.
That was
It's
pretty
not an
close.
accent.
That was on the edge.
That's that.
That was living on the edge, Henry.
Chet Hanks accent.
That's bad.
He's fine.
Yeah,
I
because
will
he's
still
Tom
say-
Hanks' son.
My belief system is still, I bet you, he is going to be a better actor than Colin. Chet Hanks is
I
going to
think
be
he
a better
already is.
actor than Colin if we
Look at
get
that
him a
Pud.
good script. Look at Simon
look
Rex.
at how much Pud is gone. Henry, you're really not doing your Pud duty
I have
today.
stuff to do today.
I have a 6-hour stream to do today.
You just talked about how you're bare knuckling, white knuckling your life without
desperately
weed.
trying to get to the end of every day so I can start smoking weed. But what's your favorite way? You said that you've only been doing flower, right? What's your favorite form of smoking weed?
joints.
Just joints. That's
Always.
like forever.
Well, I
your-
like bowls when I'm alone. It's funny now since 2020 how I don't know anybody. Are there any stoners out there that feel this? Where it's like the culture has changed in a way. Because when we came up, it was all bowls, shared bongs. Because like when we didn't have money, like we'd all like kind of put our weed together that we had. What's wrong?
I ate a lot of pudding.
Yeah, Jackie.
I ate a lot of the pudding. I haven't eaten any other food.
Yeah,
and
it's bad for
all
your
of a sudden I
belly.
just
That's
put a
the main
spoon in,
issue.
And my stomach was like, girl, it's not the weed.
No,
Why
it's
you
the
eating all this
pudding. It's the whipped cream, Jackie.
It's
That's what I'm
so
trying to
early.
avoid.
Why you
I
eating all this
desperately
pudding?
have to shit. There is a cold sweat just pooling up at the center of the middle of the bottom of my back. That is just being like, we're gonna shit bad soon.
Body don't want it.
Body
bro.
don't want it.
Body don't want
But
it,
for
bro.
different reasons. For different reasons.
Yeah, but isn't that kind of nice?
Yes.
Different perspective. All right, bowls though. So you dig a bowl.
But I used to do that in social setting. Now it's like that's kind of gross. Now I find bowls to be gross, like shared
Honestly,
bowls. to be
after
gross.
quarantine, I feel like we started living a life where everybody gets their own joint
That's
rather
amazing.
than sharing joints, so that mouth shit. And
Mouth shit.
my problem is that now I'm so used to smoking a whole J-bone to the face that when I share a J-bone with other people, look at this beautiful bong.
This was honestly one of the nicest.
Look at this beautiful bong.
This is an OG dab rig though that somebody made.
Oh,
for
it's a
the last
dab
podcast.
rig.
Yeah, it was like an old one. It's the one that you'd need an actual torch for.
Man,
And
those
so, like-
ways when you do I've got friends that still do like the torch and all that system of it. It scares me.
It's too much. Frank Castillo is a good friend of mine that runs a podcast and he works with that's sponsored by Puffco, and he gave me one of those like. This is the problem.
Oh God, I tried it at your house. Man, it's noise.
But the thing about that thing is that it makes dabs so easy that you like forget. Even though it's like nice. I actually like a dab high because it does make you very like clear-headed.
Yeah.
But, it's just setting yourself up for a level of THC consumption that is very difficult to replicate.
Yes.
And so I really just try to make it so my goal is to just be able to be stoned on regular weed and have that be the thing that's good for me. So what I do is I don't want to ruin it for myself.
I get that.
So what I do is I keep it to certain time periods and to certain things, and then I just,
I had to stop. This is a sad confession. I had to stop just getting the pre-rollies because I would burn through them so fast. I was like, bitch, you want to smoke this much weed? You're going to start rolling your own joints again.
Well,
and
we
so
gotta
I
do
got back into it.
Same.
So now I now roll my own joints. And honestly, it is pathetic to say that it's like I like
it's the ritual.
The ritual of it. I like
that's
that
me
I
too.
sit and
It is really very interesting.
I like it.
I moved into that same thing too, where I was like, I'm spending so much money on pre-rolls, and I'm just
Right?
you burn so much weed, and so now I just buy those big fat sacky sacks and buy the big ounces,
Yeah.
and I use those and I roll out joints
Sit and
fucking all
roll
day,
'em up.
dog.
And I mean, I'm making big, thick joints.
Of course.
But like, it's great because I take the time and then I appreciate the joint more.
Yeah.
All right?
See, this is the little things. This is what I'm talking about, Jackie. This keeps you IRIE. This keeps you, like, you don't gotta get all dark with it all the time. Think about the good times. I just saw Andre 3000 again.
Flute, man.
Being fucking high in that concert is so nice.
Do you feel like the flute is different when you're high? Should we ask the journalists?
Yeah, I can stand it. No, in terms of, I like the flute, but in terms of the jazz, I will say, though, the last Andre 3000 was awesome. New Blue Sun, it's such a wonderful, wonderful, like, weed
IRIE.
nighttime IRIE experience. But the thing is that the Los Angeles audience is definitely expecting him to rap. Right? They're all showing up. They're like, even Cena.
Is it a flute-only experience?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
so Cena comes, and he was just like, he's going to rap at some point. And I was like, no, he's not, buddy. He's done. He plays flute now. And he refused to believe it. And
So
as
he
the
doesn't
show's
do
going,
any of his old music.
as the show's going, of course not. And he's doing New Blue Sun. It's incredible. He's got Carlos Nino. He's got the literally, like, the thing about Andre 3000's the New Blue Sun concert tour is that, yeah, obviously it's tubular to get fucking blow stoned to
Yeah,
the
bro.
dome on that one for that. But he is learning the flute, but he is surrounded by the top of the line multi-instrumentalists from across the world.
Awesome.
And so they are cool. But so at some point in the middle of this concert, he's just like, I just want to stop. He talks. He's talking to the audience a little bit. And he's like, but I want you guys, I got a surprise in for tonight. I'm at the Greek. It's big. And the audience is like, oh, shit. Oh,
It's gonna be a rap. It's gonna be a rap.
And he's like, I got 13 guests that I'm bringing out tonight. And you could felt the whole audience was like, oh, shit, what's it going to be? Who's going to show up? And then a very wonderful group of people in full Native American regalia. A guy with a big bird on his head and all this stuff. And Andre 3000 points to the guy with his bird in his head. He's like, that's Taku, my flute master?
Fuck yeah! See, that sounds awesome!
But the problem is that the audience definitely went like,
oh.
like, I felt so bad for them because they
Yeah,
all
because
coming
I'm
out.
sure they're amazing
Oh,
artists.
honestly, they brought from then on, the concert became the Dune soundtrack.
Cool.
Because it was like very full of chants and drums and stuff. But it was kind of funny. Everyone was just like, oh, I thought it was going to be like Questlove.
No, this is we love this.
It definitely wasn't
Man, I
expecting
would have
Big
loved
Boy.
it.
No, definitely not worried about it not being. but it's like then the audience just started leaving. Like half the audience left.
That's
But then I told Cena. Cena was like, I saw his eyes darting. I was like,
hell
we're
no.
here for every fucking
Every flute note.
And so you know what we did? We went back out there. We rolled up another one of God's greatest
You
gift to
got
us. We rolled.
jamming.
We took some of that because for a second he was uptight. But then the next thing you know,
what happened?
that joint hit his lips.
Oh.
And when he
man.
turned around, he was like, why me angry?
Yeah, man.
Why me
me no
concerned?
like the flute?
Why me concerned?
Yeah.
And I was just like, you don't know, friend.
Me don't know.
And so
Time
he went
to
in there
smoke more weed,
and
friend.
that's what he did. He choked it up, and that's when weed's truly, truly wonderful, right? Because unless it makes you a shattered, paranoid psychopath.
It's the paranoia, or it just
If
makes
it's like
you
that,
weird,
don't do
or
it,
brings
or
up
if you
weird memories,
don't do it.
or just,
But
there's
if
a lot of
you're-
people that don't like it. And I
But if you're
understand.
one of the incredible
The chosen ones.
percentage,
Yeah.
that likes weed and it does good for you, You better light it up, son.
I'm really worried about what my butt is doing right now.
Oh,
because it is hurt.
I think I just heard my butt say a word. I've heard like help me. Well,
So if you can hear those shrieks among the reggae notes, just know you're not alone.
hey, and why don't you cook yourself up a bunch of weed pudding yourself?
Highly recommend it. Make your own weed pudding. Make yourself
actually,
sick.
now it is starting to kick it.
Yeah. No, I'm starting to feel much more relaxed than I did before.
We gotta get out of here.
Why didn't we do this earlier?
It's because we wanted to do the spicy tuna pudding.
I love weed.
All right, you beautiful people. The pud has been good, hasn't it?
Yeah, man.
You go out there and you get that pudding, you put it in that pipe and you smoke it, my
Put your
friend.
puds up, y'all.
All
I
right.
hope you have an IRIE rest of your week.
See you down by the beach.
Start smoking now.
Come on.
Come on.
Unless, of course, it makes it makes you psychotic, though.
Unless that's kind of fun. Unless that's where you're going for.
But still, we advise it.
I gotta go shit. I gotta go.
Banana pudding. Banana pudding.
But I'm hungry now.